Okay, time for a slightly overdue state of the collection. I had been meaning to do this a bit earlier, but it was in like a week or two ago, but I've been feeling rough ever since breaking up for work. So just getting around to it now. As always, break the video down into segments. So we're going to have what I've got at the moment, which will include incomings, and then what I've sold this year and what my kind of aspirations are or thoughts are for 2024. So what I have at the moment, and I've got videos on all these watches, so I'm not going to pick them up and go through them and do dimensions and stuff like that. If you want to see the detail of all these watches, my thoughts, and quite a substantially long videos, some of them on these, then obviously please have a look through my channel and you'll see them there. So first of all, it's a Hillwood watch box. I've had it for a long time. People do sometimes want to know where you get these things from. So it's HILLWOOD, Hillwood. They do very nice quality watch boxes. So first of all is my G-Shock. So this is a GA2100. So it's before they did the solar one, I think it is, the latest one. Yeah, I use it quite a lot. I take it on holiday, go to theme parks, do rough stuff with it. It's a great watch. You know, it's got loads of features on it. You all know about G-Shocks by now, but more than anything, it's a well-sized watch. So yeah, I use that one quite a lot. You have to prepare yourself with some of these references. My 30th birthday present to myself, and actually the same month my daughter was born, is my Omega Seamaster Aquaterra Golf Edition 8500. So it's a reference 231.10.42.21.004. The Zenith reference is even longer than that one, but yeah, I still love this watch. As I've said on all my other videos, it's not going anywhere. I've played around with it on loads of straps this year, from the Omega actual golf strap with the green lines through it, to Bark and Jack straps, and I always end up putting it back on the bracelet. That's where it does its best work and looks its nicest. So it stays on that bracelet. That's a proper long-term watch. I've had it for 10 years now, and it's not going anywhere. And I think it's quite significant from an Omega perspective, because it's the first in-house movement with the coaxial escapement inside the 8500 caliber. So lots of reasons to love that watch. Then I've got my Tudor Pelagos 39. I'm not going to read out the reference number for that. Everyone watching this will know what watch that is. It kind of blows me away the way Tudor keep raising the prices on these things. I got this 13 months ago for £3,500 exactly. As of today, 1st of January 2024, it's now, I think, £4,030. So it's gone up 530 quid at RRP in just over a year. I just don't get it. I know they're all doing it and all the watch brands are at it, but yeah. Anyway, great watch. Not a fan of the rubber strap particularly. I think it's the okay rubber strap. Again, it does its best work on the titanium bracelet. Long videos about this watch. Almost sold it in 2023. But yeah, it's a great all-round. You could have that as a one-watch collection. I think it's a fantastic watch. And then finally, I've got my Zenith Big Date Flyback ceramic. You think that's bad? Wait for the reference number. So the reference number is 49.4.000.3652 /2. I think it's indigo, so I for indigo. No, sorry, 21.I for indigo 001. Bloody hell. I don't know why they do it, but absolutely love this. Got this in July, and I've basically struggled to take it off. And I mean, I'm already wearing it, so it wears so much smaller than the dimensions suggest. Yeah, lots of videos on this watch. Well, enough videos to give you my proper thoughts on it, but I absolutely love it. This is the watch my dad gave me when I was 16 from his watch collection. He let me choose from all the watches that he has. Unfortunately, I threw away the bracelet because I wore the heck out of this from 16 to about 18 or 19 at school and absolutely battered it. I keep saying I want to do a refurbish on it because I had a crystal glass put in by a watchmaker where I used to live, and there's fingerprints all over it, and it did a really poor job. And I'd like a proper strap on it. It's a Hurst strap on it now, but I'd like a nicer one. And then I could wear this out for, it could be like a dress watch, very small, very thin, day-to-day complication, and it holds very special memories for me. So at some point I do want to get a proper sapphire crystal put in it, a nice quality strap on it, and then, I can wear that for formal and nice occasions. And then finally, this is a Tommy Hilfiger watch my wife gave me, well, my now wife, 13, 14 years ago maybe, when I was 20, I'm going to say longer than that. What, 22? Yeah, 17, 18 years ago, flipping heck. She went on holiday to Mexico, came back, and gave me this watch. I never wear it, but I'd never, ever get rid of it. I actually still quite like it. It's quite it kind of makes me like the JLC Reverso. I like the Reverso cases now, more and more the more I see them. So yeah, I really like, have I got that on the wrong way around? I think I have. I've got a strap on them around. I'm holding it upside down. Holding it upside down. What a plum. Anyway, so yeah, really like this watch as well, but these aren't watches that I wear. So it's been, what did I sell? Well, I'll put a picture in. I got rid of my IWC Mark 18 Le Petit Prince for no other reason than this. I just didn't wear it. A beautiful watch. Disappointed in the accuracy of the movement. It ran at plus 3.5 seconds a day. But as a bracelet and clasp, it's the best bracelet and clasp of any watch I've ever held or used. And my mate's got a Submariner, so I've used Glide Lock. Obviously, you've got a really nice T-fit system on this, and lots of other different systems, but it's just incredible. And I've mentioned it before, the Erlangen and Zona Odysseus and the Glasuta Original watches use the same company to make their equivalent systems for the bracelet and for the clasp. Lovely watch, beautiful watch, but whenever I put it on, I just didn't keep it on for more than a day or two. So if you're not using it, sell it. So I've got about, I did quite well out of that. I lost about 250, 350 pounds, I think it was, from point of purchase to point of sale over almost 3 years, 2.5 years. So not too bad. But I think at the moment, other than the fact they're all black dials, I'm in quite a good place. I've got a steel watch, a titanium watch, a rubber strap watch with a ceramic case. I've got a jump hour complication with that incredible in-house movement. The Tudor movement's really good, but obviously just a dive watch and obviously three-hander, and then big date, flyback complication, 10th of a second, 30-minute counter, all the extra complications that come with this particular watch, like the ability to not change the date when you're in a danger hour between 10 and 12 o'clock. There's loads of cool stuff about this watch, but this watch has changed things for me quite a bit. I thought I'd kind of get to between 6 watches and then play around with that number. But since buying this, I just struggle to wear anything else, and I interchanged the green strap and the black strap, and I'm hoping Zenith bring out more straps. And it just refreshes the watch. The strap can completely change the look and feel of a watch. So I struggle to wear anything else. And I've got this to now minus 1.8 seconds a day. So I bought a time grapher. I'll do a video on that. It's actually quite a lot of fun to use it. I will do a video on it. And I managed to work out the best position to put the watch in. So over day and overnight, over a 24-hour period, I've now got it to running to minus 1.8 seconds a day, which is fantastic. I've got no problems with that. I'd rather it was fast, but again, it's a good place to be. But it's very comfortable. It weighs the same amount as my Pelagos. It looks fantastic. Like I say, it's a lot smaller on the wrist than the dimensions suggest. So for those that don't know, it's a 42.5mm diameter and a 14.25mm thick case, but 2mm of that is the crystal. So it's really a 12mm thick case with a 2mm crystal. But it just flies under the radar. No one knows what it is. It's my most expensive watch by an absolute mile. But I can wear it in London. I can wear it wherever I want. No one knows what it is. And it's got an incredible movement on it. That's going to be all dirty now, isn't it? But 304 mechanical pieces make up that movement. Sorry, I just took it off my wrist. I should have cleaned it really. Hang on. So not only from a looks perspective and comfort perspective and scratch resistance perspective, from an injury perspective, it's got a fantastic looking movement on it. And I love the dial. I love everything about it. So this watch gets a huge amount of wrist time. And it's kind of made me think, why do I want 6 watches? I can't even wear 4 or even 3. So I'll just do a quick jump over here and just show you the kind of watches that I'm looking at. And then we'll come back to just finish off this video. So as you can see, there's lots of different watches that I'm actually kind of monitoring, if you will, with a possibility of buying them in the future at some point. But for this year, we want to put a new kitchen in the house, and I'm now, you know, in a year after that, I'm looking to, or yeah, 15 months after that or so, I'm looking to possibly change my car again. So a lot of the money is going to be going into saving for the car and saving for the kitchen, but it doesn't mean I don't have money to play with. So I've sold my IWC, that gives me about £4,000. And if I choose to sell this, I'm hoping now the prices have gone up, maybe I'll get £3,000 for that. So I have about £7,000 or so to play with. But as you can see, in today's watch market, used and new, that just doesn't go very far. And I wish brands like Christopher Ward and Baltic and all those kind of brands interested me more than they do. All these nice micro brands that you can buy for around £1,000. But even Longines, who I do like, and owned a Longines for about 10 years or so, even the watches I like from their collection are like 3-4 grand now. I'm not particularly interested in Hamilton and all those types of watches. The issue I have is with that price point, the bracelets and the clasps, and for obvious reason, they're not as expensive. They're just not as well made. And if you've got limited amount of wrist time, you want to always wear your nice watches. And I've been through buying Seikos and Zelos watches, and like I said, I have my Longines. And ultimately, when you've got these watches there, personally, I don't wear them. I know lots of people do, and they swap between their Seikos and, I don't know, whatever they've got, Patek Philippe's and stuff. But if I'm going to wear a watch, I'll always wear one of my nicer watches. So for me, going out and experimenting with Christopher Woods and Zelos and Baltic, because I really like I think it's called, I can't remember now, Bathyscaphe, I think it was. They've got a dive watch that I really like the look of, but the bracelets and stuff weren't up to it. And, you know, the finishing won't be quite as good. The movements put me off quite a lot because they're just not very exotic or exciting movements, even though most of them are good workhorse movements. They use Solitas and ETAs and such. But really, every watch that interests me now is like £5 grand plus. And I can't really be buying 2 or 3 of those a year and losing, you know, £1.50 on those purchases possibly. So ultimately, I'm not 100% sure what's going to happen for the rest of 2024. If something comes up, I've got between £4,000 and £7,000 to play with, but it would have to be something particularly interesting. The most likely purchase would be a Rolex Explorer 2 Polar, because that's been on my list for a decade, and I've just not done it. So I can imagine at some point, depending on how work goes and how much the kitchen costs, I could start to look into the last of the older models, the 40mm Polar Explorer 2s, because I find those just something about them. I tried lots of other watches and I just love them. So anyway, we'll draw this video to a close. If you have any questions, obviously, please let me know and I will try and get back to you. Thank you very much.